why would I accept Bitcoin when nobody's using it? And why would anybody use Bitcoin if nobody's accepting it? So the adoption starts with niches that have a certain need. That need right now in the US, which is probably the most, some of the most, in some ways actually not very developed financially, but it's one of the most developed financial markets. This need comes from fraud, and it comes from any kind of political interference. And companies that have experienced a lot of fraud, they've been very happy to accept Bitcoin. Examples include like online retailers of electronics. The biggest ones like Dell.com accepts Bitcoin. Rakuten is a big retailer. There's Tiger Direct. There's Overstock, which does electronics. There's another one. What you can imagine, if somebody has acquired millions of stolen credit cards, how do they turn these stolen credit cards into cash? And a very common way to do this is to find something that's sold online that's tangible. Like a Dell computer is recognizable, it's relatively the same, the specifications are quite clear, you can easily turn that over on the second-hand market. So Dell experiences a lot of credit card fraud. It would take them a few days to sort out this credit card fraud, but they don't want to anger their customer, and so they do ship out the computers immediately, and then often it turns out, the card turns out to be stolen, and then the Dell essentially sits on the loss. So Bitcoin solves this by really having final settlement. As soon as you have the Bitcoin, there's no way for the other party to take them back. So that's an interesting niche. Like it exists for gift cards in the US. So suddenly a gift cards is also super high. If I have stolen credit cards, I can go buy gift cards online and then sell these gift cards on the street for cash, and that's how I turn stolen credit cards into cash. So a gift card retailer or somebody who sells gift cards online is very inclined to separate their customers into two groups. High-risk customers who pay with credit card and low-risk customers who pay with Bitcoin. So you can often get like a 3 to 5% discount if you buy gift cards online. For others, it's not so relevant whether they accept Bitcoin. The fraud is not so important. For example, if you sell an online asset, like access to your platform, server minutes, or like a blog, or like WordPress, they accept Bitcoin because of accessibility. For them, the use case is, how can I reach more people? How can I reach people who don't have credit cards? Because you were asking what famous, and traveling is also a famous one. Traveling is a little bit in between. Like there is issues with stolen credit cards and flights, for example. You can easily buy flights online with Bitcoin, but Expedia.com accepts it for hotels. What are other really big names that accept Bitcoin? Yeah, Microsoft Xbox. Microsoft also accepts it for its Bing platform.
Actually, I've seen there also some of the problems have been like if I have a small business and I'm selling things online, if I accept credit card payments from a country like Kenya or people who are from other countries, it's a high risk on these merchants. Like these merchants, they have to have these huge departments to make sure that the credit cards haven't been stolen, and they have to reconcile. So if you go online, you'll find that some like small people who are starting small businesses online are accepting Bitcoin, like internet service, like hosting services, like some trading platforms, like the places where people who trade forex currencies, for example, they're also accepting deposits in Bitcoin because it's such a big risk for them to accept credit card payments from someone in a developing country or somewhere. Like accepting card payments comes with a lot of risk because when someone pays you with a card, you don't immediately receive that money. You have to wait for like 21 days to settle. But Bitcoin, when I send you Bitcoin, it's like me handing you a 100 Kenya shilling note online. Like once I give it to you, it's yours. So you online right now, you'll see there's a lot of small businesses, like the one I was talking about unlocking phones or the forex trading platforms or hosting services who are beginning to accept Bitcoin as a payment method. For them, it's also easy to accept Bitcoin from all customers because there are countries where people don't use credit cards and debit cards, Visa cards like we have here, or we are starting to have here, or in like more developed countries. So something like Bitcoin just opens the gateway for them to access all sorts of customers from anywhere across the world. Yeah.